Have you ever looked at the lives of others and wished you had what they possessed? Feeling that your own world is far too small and quiet? Like this lonely lighthouse keeper, we often find ourselves staring at the distant glow of city lights while forgetting the fire we hold in our hands. He watches the horizon every night, imagining the excitement of the world beyond his reach, believing that real happiness exists only in those far-off golden places. To him, the city represents a life of purpose and connection, a stark contrast to the rhythmic sound of waves and the isolation of his stone tower. The comparison is a heavy burden, making his daily duties feel insignificant and his contribution to the world seem entirely invisible to those living in luxury. We often measure our worth by the brightness of someone else's stage, neglecting the vital role we play in the quiet corners of our own reality. He feels like a ghost in a machine, a forgotten relic of a passing age, while the rest of the world moves forward in a blaze of glory. His heart is heavy with the what-ifs of a life not chosen, haunted by the dream of being noticed by the many instead of the few. Every step feels like a descent into deeper loneliness, as the silence of the tower echoes the emptiness he feels inside his own weary and tired soul. The routine has become a cage, a cycle of tasks that seem to lead nowhere, far away from the vibrant energy he sees on the distant horizon. But what he doesn't realize is that even the most beautiful city needs a guide through the dark, and every light has its own unique story. Monotony can be a slow poison for the human spirit, making us forget the inherent value of the work we do day in and day out. When we perform the same task for years, we stop seeing the magic in the motion and only feel the weight of the endless, tiring repetition. He asks himself if anyone would even notice if this light went out tonight, or if the world would simply continue spinning without his small contribution. We often equate importance with visibility, believing that if we aren't seen by thousands, then our efforts don't truly matter in the grand scheme of things. The silence in the room is deafening, filled only with the distant, muffled roar of the ocean waves crashing against the base of the lighthouse tower. He looks back at his younger self, a man full of dreams and ambition, wondering where that spark went and how he ended up so very alone. Memories of loved ones and past adventures flicker like dying embers, making the cold reality of his current life feel even more stark and difficult. The past is a beautiful country he can no longer visit, leaving him stranded on this lonely island of duty and routine in the middle of nowhere. He sees a man the world has forgotten, a face etched with the lines of isolation and the quiet exhaustion of a life spent in the shadows. Am I truly necessary? He wonders. Does my existence change anything for anyone out there in the vast, busy world that never stops to look back? The clock counts down the seconds of a life he feels is being wasted, each tick a reminder of the time slipping through his weathered, calloused fingers. In the dark, his doubts grow louder, whispering that he is nothing more than a ghost tending to a light that no one really cares to see. He falls into a restless sleep, his mind wandering to those bright city streets he craves, unaware that a great trial is gathering on the horizon. Nature is indifferent to our self-doubt, and the ocean is preparing to remind the world why a single, steady light is worth more than gold. The distant city lights disappear behind a curtain of thick fog and rain, leaving the ocean in a state of absolute and terrifyingly deep, dark shadow. The storm arrives with a fury that humbles the proudest heart, a chaotic force that threatens to erase everything in its path without a second thought. In an instant, his existential crisis is replaced by the raw instinct to survive and the ingrained sense of duty that has defined his entire life. The time for questioning is over. The ocean is calling, and it demands a response that only he can provide from his station in the dark. He checks the systems, his heart pounding against his ribs, knowing that many lives now depend on the mechanical heart of this ancient, stone sentinel tower. This is the moment when the hidden becomes essential, when the quiet man in the lonely tower becomes the most important person on the entire coast. Disaster strikes when it is least welcome. The light, the only hope for any ship nearby, has failed in the peak of the storm's great fury. Panic flares in his chest, but his training takes over. He knows he must act immediately, or the darkness will claim more than just the night. With every step, he fights against the wind that threatens to shatter the glass, his old muscles straining with a strength he didn't know he had. He works in the shadows, his fingers fumbling with wet tools, desperately trying to find the source of the mechanical failure that silenced his light. In this desperate struggle, he finally understands. His light is not for himself, and its value is not found in how many people admire its beauty. Its value is found in the lives it saves, in the ships it guides away from the rocks, and in the hope it provides to the lost. He is no longer a forgotten old man. He is a warrior fighting against the darkness for the sake of souls he will likely never even meet. The light returns, a powerful, blinding beam that cuts through the storm like a sword of fire, re-establishing the boundary between safety and the hungry sea. He watches the light sweep across the waves, and for the first time in years, he feels a profound sense of purpose and deep inner peace. 1 second of darkness can be the difference between life and death. He realizes now that his presence here is anything but a pointless, empty waste. The ship sees the beacon and begins a desperate turn, the light showing them the path away from certain destruction and toward the open, safer sea. He is the silent guardian of the coast, the one who stays awake so that others can dream, the one who watches so others can live. As the sun rises, the exhaustion sets in, but it is a good exhaustion, the kind that comes from knowing you have done something truly meaningful. The storm has washed away his doubts, leaving behind a clear vision of his own worth and the importance of the place where he now stands. The world feels new, as if the darkness was necessary to show him the true power of the light he had been tending all these long years. He watches as the boat draws closer, curious about the people who were out there in the middle of that terrible and life-threatening storm last night. They look exhausted and shaken, but as they see the old man, their expressions transform from fear into a look of pure, overwhelming, and deep relief. Words are not needed. The embrace says everything. It is the recognition of a life saved and a debt of gratitude that can never be paid. "We saw the light go out," he says in a low voice. "We thought we were lost. Then it came back, stronger than ever before, guiding us home." In the chaos of the storm, that single beam of light was the only thing that gave them the strength to keep fighting against the sea. It was their North Star, their anchor, and their hope. Without it, they would have been another tragic story swallowed by the cold, dark ocean depths. He sees himself through their eyes, not as a lonely old man, but as a hero who stood his ground when the world went dark and cold. Connection is restored. The isolation he felt is replaced by a sense of belonging to a community of those who brave the elements every single day. It is the most valuable thing he has ever received, a symbol of the lives he has touched from his solitary post high above the churning sea. He is alone again, but the loneliness is gone. He carries their gratitude in his heart, a fire that will keep him warm for many years. You don't need to be the sun to light up the world. You just need to be the right light in the right place for someone. He cleans every prism with love, knowing that every speck of dust he removes allows the light to travel just a little bit further into the night. The ordinary has become extraordinary. The mundane has become meaningful. He has found the hidden glory in the heart of his quiet and simple life. He no longer looks at the distant city with envy. He looks at it with a sense of protective pride. As a guardian watching over his charges, every light has its place. Theirs is to be a destination, and his is to be the guide. Both are essential. Both are part of the whole. Happiness is not found in a change of scenery, but in a change of perspective. It is found in the deep realization of one's own value. His awakening was not a journey to a new land, but a journey into the truth of the land where he had always been standing so firm. He is content. He is proud. He is the man who keeps the light. And for the first time, he truly loves the life he has built. The cycle continues, but everything has changed. The light is the same, but the man behind the light has been reborn in the heart of the storm. True greatness is often silent. It is the steady hand, the consistent presence, and the willingness to stand in the dark so others can find their way. We are all lighthouse keepers in our own way, tending to the small lights of kindness, work, and love that keep the world from falling into chaos. The brightest light is not found in the distance. It is the one you carry within you, waiting to be acknowledged and shared with the world. When you find meaning in the small things, the big things take care of themselves. Every action becomes a prayer, and every moment becomes a gift. He is writing his own story now, one of resilience and quiet triumph, a story that will be remembered by the waves and the wind forever. He knows that someone on that ship is looking at his light and feeling safe, and that knowledge is enough to sustain him through any storm. Life is a journey of discovery, not of destinations. Sometimes the most important place you will ever go is exactly where you already are right now. Never let the world convince you that you are small. The universe is made of light, and you are one of its most vital and beautiful sparks. He has found his place. He has found his peace. He has found the light that was never far away, but always right there inside his heart. As you move through your own life, remember the keeper and his light. Trust in your value, even when you feel invisible to the rest of the world. The light remains, the man remains, and the world is a little bit safer because someone decided to stay and keep the fire burning against the dark. Let the rhythm of the sea remind you that your efforts, however small they may seem, are part of a much larger and more beautiful grand design. You are a part of something eternal. Your presence matters more than you can possibly imagine, and your light is needed more than you will ever know. In the vastness of space, every small light counts. Every soul that chooses to shine adds to the collective beauty of our shared and wondrous human existence. Be the light, stay the course, and never, ever doubt the power of your own presence in the lives of those who are currently lost at sea. This is the journey of the lighthouse keeper, a journey from comparison to contentment, from darkness to a light that will never truly fade or go out. There is a quiet dignity in service, a hidden majesty in a job well done, and a profound joy in being exactly who you were meant to be. He is at home, he is at peace, he is the light, and the world is better for it, even if they never know his name or face. Your impact reaches further than you see. Like the ripples in a pond, your light touches shores you may never visit and hearts you may never know. Don't be afraid to be the lens. Let your life amplify the goodness in the world, turning small acts of kindness into great beams of hope for all. He is grateful for the storm, for it showed him his strength. He is grateful for the darkness, for it revealed the true power of his own light. Some things are best measured by what didn't happen. The ship that didn't sink, the life that wasn't lost, the tragedy that was averted by a light. He is a part of the air, the water, and the light. He is no longer separate. He is a vital piece of the great living earth. Even in the smallest pools of our lives, the light can find a place to shine. No corner is too dark for hope to reach and illuminate. Silence is not empty, it is full of answers. In the quiet of his tower, the keeper found the most important answer of all. He belongs here. The story ends, but the light goes on. It is a legacy of presence, a testament to the power of staying true to one's purpose in life. As you step back into your world, take the keeper's wisdom with you. Look at your life with new eyes and see the light you carry. Remember that you are enough. Your work matters. Your presence is a gift. and your light is the brightest thing in someone else's dark, lonely night. Don't May running after the lights of others while forgetting your own lamp. Cherish your quiet but precious presence in this beautiful and vast world. Please share in the comments one thing you feel grateful for in your life today. Your words might just be the light that someone else needs. Thank you for joining us on this journey of awakening. May your own path be lit by the truth of your own worth and your unique light. Subscribe for more stories of the human spirit and the hidden wisdom found in the quiet corners of our world. Until next time, keep shining bright. Don't chase the light of others and forget your own. Cherish your quiet presence. Share one thing you are grateful for today in the comments below.